counter plus 1. I mean increase. This counter's value will increase. If this condition true, this counter's value will increase. Then this all will print out. This is printf for comment. I mean this comment. And scanf for input, get input integer value. This n is integer and this percentage p for integer. And sum, this is sum plus n means this input variable n is this input variable. If I input value here, suppose I input 1 here, and this sum plus 1. Okay. It means that. Okay. Then print sum. Then this is output. Suppose my first condition is true. It's true. Then first time I input this 2 here. Then this counter will increase. I mean, this 1 will change. This value of this counter will vary from 1 to 2. I mean, counter plus 1 or 1 plus 1. Then this 1 for this 1. Then this 1 for increase 1. I mean, now this value is 2. Okay?
Yes.
Sorry for that. Yeah. Then second step, it will check this condition. I mean, this counter value is 2 now, then less than 6. Is it true? Obviously, it's true. That's why it will return true, and this print again, and scanf will print again. And suppose I assign variable 2. I mean, I input variable 3 here. Then this sum value 2 here. And there 2. And 2 plus this 3. Input 3. Okay, this is second step. It will work continue like this. Then last step is counter equal. Suppose counter equal 6, and this value 6. Okay, this condition obviously false. That's why this loop will stop here.
Yes.
I hope you understand.
I understand that, and the reason I ask you to
Yes,
show your homework is to hope that other guys can understand the process of how loop works. Okay?
Okay. Thank you.
Still, I'm not sure other guys can fully understand the whole process of how the for loop works. Okay?
Okay, teacher.
Stop sharing. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, I explain this again. I'll show you the process, how this flowchart works, right? And we call this one repeat. This part will repeat. Okay, input n, sum, and this is condition. And this is condition update. So don't forget this part. If you don't update your condition, it will execute forever. Okay? Which means that your loop will not stop. Every time when you finish it, when you execute the statements here, the condition will be tested every time. Okay? Until what? This moment, until the condition is false. Okay? Then we finish it, the loop. Finish here. So I hope you guys can fully understand how loop works by the flowchart. And it's not enough to just only understand how the flowchart works. Our aim is to implement the flowchart by what? By C programming for syntax. When we use for loop, we use just only 3 variables. So it's space efficient. So I give you the 4 syntax in C programming. Like this. So when you want to use for loop to do something, firstly, you should analyze or identify the initial value. And then, what is condition to finish it? If you have more than one statement to execute, then you use this one, curly brace, to contain them together as a whole. If it's just only one statement to execute, you don't need that. But it's okay if you still use that. It's good. It's up to you. This one is okay. However, if you have more than one statement to execute, you must have the curly brace. Otherwise, if you don't use that, the statement close to 4. will only be executed, and the following will not repeat. Okay? So I explain again. If you have just only one statement to execute, you can use or you don't need to use the curly brace. Both of them are good. However, if you have more than one statement to execute, just like our previous example like this, every time you need to input and then sum them together, then you have more than two statements to execute. So you must have used this one, curly brace, okay, to make them as a whole. And after we execute these statements, we go to this point to update counter, and then test condition again. So the sequence, the order of how loop executed is like this. This is the first step. You should set your condition, you should set your initial value. This is second step, condition test. If it is false, if it is true, then we execute these statements. After that, we go to the third step, update counter. Okay, this is third step, execute. This is false. And then go to step 2. Test condition again. If it is still true, execute. Otherwise, you false. We finish it. The for loop. Stop. Stop the loop. So, can you understand?
Yes, teacher.
What?
I understand.
Yes.
First step, second step. If you have more than one statement, execute, use curly brace. And this is the repeat behavior you want to execute. Third step, then go to there. Okay? So this is the loop here. This loop is controlled by condition. Here we use counter. Use counter to test the condition. If it is true, go to there. If it's false, here, false. Finish the for loop. Okay? So this sequence is very important. So after a while, we can compare their correspondence. This one here, the relationship between the flowcharts and the codes. Here is your initial value. Here is condition to their condition, right? And then this is what you want to repeat through there. And this is update through there. Repeat behavior, put in the block. We call this compound statements, more than one statement. This compound statement. Then finally, we can output the final results outside the form. If you want to show the results every time, you can put the printf but here, okay? Just like the guys does. Every time you can see the intermediate results. This is final results. We put outside the for loop. So here, another example. What does this for loop want to do? The initialization, 1. Condition here, less than 3. If lambda is less than 3, then this statement will be executed. Okay? See, here, we print 1. And then, now becomes 2. And then we go to there. It's true, right? 2 is less than 3. So it's true. Then we print here. Print long, Q. And then still go to there. Now becomes 3. Here, pay attention, we have equal. So 3 is equal as 3. So here 3 is printed. Then now becomes 4. And this one is false. Okay? It's false. Then we finish the for loop and then execute the last element. I've come to its state. So can you understand the process? Can you fully understand? Hello?
Yes, teacher, I understand.
Okay, do it on your laptop. Okay, continue. This is four statements. And we have another way to implement the loop in C programming. We use while loop. While loop, here, condition is tested first. The loop is controlled by condition or a counter. In the for loop, here we just only use number to control condition. In while loop, condition is more general. You can use different condition forms to test. Still, if you have more than one element to implement, to execute, you should still need use curly brace to hold them together. Compound elements. And in the while loop, it looks more clear, right? We cannot see initialization, but here. So you should, it doesn't mean that we don't need initialization. We have to set initialization outside the while. And another way to do this is do while loop. Do while loop is different from while loop. In while loop, condition is tested first. If it's false, the statement will not be executed. However, in do while loop, no matter what the condition is, these statements will be executed. Okay? So in do while loop, statements in the loop are executed at least once, no matter what the condition is. Okay? If the condition is true, then we can go back to continue. Otherwise, we still exist. So the difference between do while loop and while loop is that these statements will be executed or not. And also here, this is the point to ignore. If you use do while loop, here we have a semicolon here. So don't forget that. If you use while loop here, you don't need to put semicolon. There's no semicolon behind the while statements. Here is semicolon. Don't forget. Okay, let's take an example. Do while statement. What does this statement want to do? You do it first, then tell me, what does this example want to do? Here is condition, and this statement will be executed at least once. And also, if we don't execute the statement before the condition has meaningless. Okay? So we must execute the statement first. And here is the initialization. Initialization here, condition there. So, do you finish that? Okay, we'll break for a while. Okay, I noticed that some guys finished the task. So can you explain it a bit about it? Hello? Who can explain the codes we have seen in for this example? Hello everyone, can you hear me?
Yes, Laushi, yes.
Okay, can you explain the codes for us? You understand the code? Hello? I noticed that you sent the results. So do you understand the code?
Yes, teacher.
Okay. You can share your screen to us.
At first, I define two variable here. Yeah, start and end. It's printf for this comment and scanf for input to value. Then this do is a keyword and printf for printf for print this sorry, yeah, printf this variables value. I mean value of this variable, and start plus plus it's for increment plus one, like this. Okay, and this while start less than equal end. It means uh, start equal end or start less than uh, end. There are two conditions here. When if start less than end or start if start less than equal end. End or at equal end. If and this condition true, it's return true. Otherwise, it's return false. Uh, I hope that's all, teacher. Yes. This blue while look like another loop.
Okay.
Thank you, teacher. Actually, I have a question here for
What?
this line. I don't understand
And this is
this
for us
icon. Yes.
to, yeah, yes. This is a Unicode, okay? We convert the int type to the master code, okay?
Yes, teacher.
Char type. Percent C is for the char type, right? Char type.
Yes.
Yes.
This is character type, teacher. Am I right?
Yes. After. It's just only we want to, show the relationship
Teacher,
between
I use
the char
this
type and
this
int type.
for loop. It's work like this. I
Yes,
run this program.
yes.
Yeah, this is the result.
Okay, the correspondence
Yes,
between the int type and the char type, okay?
yes, teacher.
Okay, stop sharing.
Thank you.
Sorry. Okay, scan code. To finish the scanning,
Yes, Master.
We have 6 guys who don't attend class. So explain a little bit about that. Firstly, this statement will be executed. So we get this message. You put start and value here. Then you have to scan, input something for start and end. For example, these two numbers, 65 for start, 67 for end. And then these two statements will be executed first. Okay? Then start becomes see the correspondence between them. Value is the same, start. And we call this placeholder of mat. And then increase, start by 1. And test condition. This is true, right? So we go back. The star becomes this number and doesn't change. Still true, so we still go back. After a while, increase by 1, start increase by 1, and it's false, right? So we finish it. And another example, still do while statements. What does this statement want to do? This condition, x is less than 0, and what's less than 0? Both of them are satisfied, then we continue. Otherwise, we finish. True, false. So what does this statement want to do? Input x and y. This example 1 wants to x and y less than 0. So if it doesn't satisfy this condition, we ask users to continue to input numbers for x and y until this condition doesn't satisfy, is not satisfied. Then we get a sum, okay? So draw flowchart for the program. Input some Okay. Draw flowchart for this program. Input numbers. You can always continue to input numbers, but these numbers must be bigger than 0. And then accumulate them. And show the sum of them. And when you input numbers which is negative or 0, then we exist. So how can we do this task? I'll leave this as the exercise. And firstly, you do this one. This is similar. These two examples are very similar. If you can understand this one, then this one is simple, okay? So if you want to do this task, you should firstly finish this code. Who get the result? Who finished the task? If you don't finish, I'll give you time to do it, and then I will check this one afternoon, okay? Hello, everyone.
Yes, Laushi.
Push out. No problem.
Okay, we
My
finish
computer.
our course in the morning. And we'll see you in the afternoon and use the same ID meeting. Okay, that is the same. We begin our course afternoon from 2 p.m. See you later.
শফিউর, তুমি কি স্ক্রিনশট রেখেছো? তো ভুলে গেছি। হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ, লাস্টে যেগুলো দিলে এগুলো স্ক্রিনশট থাকলে আমাকে পাঠিয়ে দিত। দুইটা দিল না? আচ্ছা যাই হোক, ওই যদি হয় তাহলে ওইটা দিয়ে দেয়। আমি অলরেডি করে ফেলছি ভাই, হয়ে গেছে। আচ্ছা ভাই, থ্যাংক ইউ। থ্যাংক ইউ। দেখুন। ওকে ভাই, থ্যাংক ইউ, থ্যাংক ইউ।